What's up, pals? Welcome to the Your Random Pal channel. I reached a milestone of over 3,000 subscribers, so thank you everybody out there who's watched my videos, liked, subscribed, and commented on them. I very much appreciate it. Now, diving into today's video, I know a lot of you all out there like to see interviews of people with their cars, so I took the interviews that I've done so far in my YouTube career and I decided to compile them all together into this one video. In case you've missed some of the interviews through the various videos or you're new to the channel, you can check them all out in one spot. Now, some of y'all may be asking, why don't I do more car interviews? Well, there's a few reasons. First off, I'll start off with the brutally honest truth. I'm a bit introverted, but I've came a long way since my high school days when I was voted most bashful in high school. So look at me now. I'm hosting a random car YouTube channel. Anyway, if you're out there, you're introverted, you're a bit shy, hey, give it a try. The sky's the limit. Go for it. The reason why I don't do too many interviews is because a lot of times at car shows, they are playing loud music. They got their loudspeakers on, so can't really compete with that. Plus, you run into copyright issues with the music that's being played. So that's another reason why I don't do too many interviews. Now, before I roll tape on the interviews, I'll let you know you want to stick around to the end of this video where I give a little bit of background information on my interviewees. Plus, I'll share a few candid photographs of some gearheads that I've met that are, celebrities, famous people. But without further ado, roll tape. What's up, pals? So I'm out here with Katrina. Yes, Katrina, and she's got the Ironman GT Mustang. So introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Well, lights, okay. Now it's my name is Katrina. It's my baby. It's my project car. I work on this car during all year, and yeah, here I do a lot of more stuff. Yeah.
What year is it?
It's year 2018, and it's ordered straight from factory. V8 engine, 5 model. So, and I have 540 horsepower because I do tune, headers, and a lot of stuff. 10 speed automatic. For 540 horsepower, it's enough for me. I don't plan to do supercharger or turbo. I just want to be just good looking, that's it. And we got a lot of attention, not just from people, also from police. So I love police, it's my friends. It's my friends.
You do much racing in it?
I used to racing, circle racing, and we was good, but on the racetrack, car, you destroyed faster your car. So after 2 years racing, I just want to stop and do like like for shows.
Okay.
So we just like park, chilling now, and good looking.
So you must be a big fan of Ironman. Okay.
To be honest, you don't believe me, but I never see this movie.
You never seen the movie?
I never see this movie. It just was just idea from my designer. Oh, let's do Ironman. So, oh right, let's do it. And now, yesterday, I just start to watching this movie. To be honest with you.
So the designer came up with the idea.
Yes. Design and then and I like attention. That's why we have gold and silver chrome, and also it was really hard hand job because it's 4 different pieces for different level of wrap. So it's here like silver, gold, red, and PPF on whole car. It's why it's very expensive.
Well, your car looks awesome. Thanks for the interview.
Thank you so much. Sorry for my accent or for mistakes. I don't know. I know just 2 languages.
We love your accent. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Give thumbs up, follow this guy, and watch his next video.
The most random car at the show has low miles in its garage kept. It's the Hawaiian Hillbilly Corvette.
Flash. All you gotta do is Google it. There's a, I didn't even know it. I'm an old guy. Some kid came up to me at Street Rod National a couple years ago and said, Google it, and there's videos and everything.
You got your own website and you don't even know about it.
I'm old, I don't do all that.
It's a cool car, man. I've seen it around.
Well, the Corvette guys don't appreciate it, you know. It gets more attention than their six-figure cars. I'm just having fun.
Maybe you should find an old Ferrari engine to put in it.
It's bad enough on gas now. It's been souped up. It gets about 7 miles to gallon on premium.
Oh, okay. Now, how many people can say they got the bra option on their Corvette? Look at this, it's Hemi powered, 5.7 liter. Dig those air horns. Let them know you're coming. Now this Corvette has the extra mirror option. Look inside. Look, it's the 80s telephone. It's corded. Check out those Hawaiian seat covers. Good use of hardware here. Got some fancy door locks. Not only is it a 5.7 Hemi, but it's also a diesel hybrid 5.7 Hemi.
Yeah, well, you know, you got to keep guessing.
Yep. And if you can't find your Uber, the Corvette is also a taxi. Now, a lot of y'all might remember when the Corvette Museum had a big sinkhole open up in it. Well, this Corvette here, as you can see, it was one of the sinkhole survivors. I tell you what, the owner of this car has come up with some nifty tricks to restore a car that you could learn from. Check out this license plate and duct tape used to patch a hole in the car. Not only that, but apparently the tire had a hole in it and he patched it with duct tape. A good use of duct tape right there. And if you ever wondered what to do with all the junk you can't sell at a yard sale, well, this guy's got it figured out. Just mount it on the roof of your Corvette.
You don't want to look in there. It's fake. Don't be looking at my face, bro. It's on YouTube. It's all right. I told you, my people here.
I'm checking out this cool 74 Gremlin, and the owner here is...
Hello, it is my car. This is my Grimmy. It's not as cool as a Hemi Grimmy, but it's good enough.
Do you have a nickname for your Gremlin here?
This is actually Windy, because it has so many holes in it that I have my own little built-in air conditioner, so it's windy.
And you like to eat at Wendy's?
I mean, yeah, I could take a junior cheese. Can't you tell? Yes, I love cheeseburgers.
What's the most random thing about your car?
Most random thing about my car is, okay, even though it is old and it's kind of dilapidated, the shocks still work in the back window. I've had cars where they don't work, but these do.
That's flipping awesome.
I've had a Jeep, and that thing, I had to like prop it up with like a golf stick. But this, I can't believe it actually works. Another random fact is it came from Chicago. That's why it has Chicago plates.
No bullet holes?
No, surprisingly, just, you know, rust holes from, you know, the many winters in Chicago. And I think the most expensive thing that I've spent on this car is probably this. It's a locking gas cap, because someone stole my unlocking gas cap, so I ended up spending more than I should have, but...
That's pretty gas cap.
You can't steal my Gremlin now.
Yeah. And you get any like weird reactions from people, or people know what it is when they see it?
People laugh. They love it. They're just like, what's a Gremlin doing here? Where did they find a Gremlin? I'm like, there it is. Everyone just laughs. They either love it or they hate it or they think it's ugly, but I say, it's so ugly. It's like a pug. It's so ugly. It's so cute.
I seen you have the sunshade. You must like the Cars movie. I seen the sunshade on the car earlier.
Oh yeah, that was a gift from my husband. I came out from work one day and I just see eyeballs on my car and I was like, okay, I guess that's the thing now.
And anything else you'd like to say about your car?
can't hate on the Grammy. Say they were junk, but it's still running after 40 years, 50 years.
Awesome. All right, well, thanks for doing an interview with me.
All right, well, thank you for stopping by. Like,
So I'm out here standing next to a very rare, very obscure Amaggio, as you can see here. And the owner here would like to tell you some things about it.
Hi. Yeah, the car was kind of a dream that I had of taking some of the old race cars like Alphas and Studebakers, either Indy cars or race cars from Europe. So it's the front of the car, the suspension, is based on Harry Miller's Indy cars of the late 20s, early 30s, has double quarter elliptical suspension. And the shock absorbers on front and back are Hartford type friction shocks. The engine is a 3.8 double overhead cam Jag, running it through a Tremec 5-speed to an Alfa rear end. The brakes on the back are Alfa Romeo. The brakes on the front mimic the Alfa Romeo drums, typical of that period, but they're actually hiding disc brakes in the front. We built the car from the frame up. The body panels are primarily aluminum. The trunk lid is a hood off of a 1941 Studebaker, reshaped to fit. Small details, a lot of machining work. You won't find any new fasteners. Everything that's on the car mimics what was being built back at that time period.
Now, your mechanic mentioned to me something about the front end was a Pontiac.
The front grille was a 1929 Pontiac. Again, it was narrowed, shortened, and then split after 32. A lot of grills were starting to lean back a bit, so we just wanted to give it that kind of a slope because we thought that was more appropriate for this kind of a car.
Very cool. And this is a one-off custom built car. And so how many hours did you say went into this car?
Beside myself, I did machining work with my buddy Bob. He did the fabrication work, and he worked probably like 30 hours a week, 2.5 years, together with his son sometime, and with my participation.
And what kind of reactions do you get when people see this car?
They want to know what it is.
Do they throw out any guesses?
No, they want to know what we started with, and I tell them we started with a piece of plywood, and because we modeled everything in plywood before we started committing to fabricating steel. The frame of the car was done in plywood before it was done in steel, and the firewall and lots of the other componentry that went on it were first model. So it was together, taken apart, I don't know how many times until we finally had it to where it is today.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, pleasure.
Yeah. I'm here standing with this really cool Corvair, and I gotta ask the owner, the engine used to be in the rear, why is it in the front?
Economics, it runs better in the front.
Plus it looks cooler with that big engine there. A lot more powerful than the original, right?
Oh, just by a few hundred horse, that's all, you know, but they had these set up where you could do them so many different ways. You could put a motor in the rear, you could put a motor in the middle, you could put a motor in the front.
Corvair, they made a Yanko version of it, and it was really fast, but this would, I think, would blow the doors off of it.
Oh, the Yankos were pretty bad boys, you know. They were 200 horse, and it was easy to get almost 300. A stock transaxle for a Corvair will take 300 horsepower.
Hey, the Blues Brothers.
What's up, man? How you doing?
What you got to eat?
Hot dogs. This is hot dogs, man.
Cool.
Yeah, Modern Mission God.
Sheriff,
Complete lack of respect for the law.
what's the world coming to, man?
The hell's the world coming to?
Junior, did you get your hush puppies?
Ain't got time for that, Daddy says.
Bandit drives pretty good, don't he?
Yes, he does.
How are you, sir?
Good.
Have you seen him?
Yeah. Y'all got some roadblocks set up for him?
We're hunting by helicopter now.
We couldn't close the umbrella.
Well, pals, I have just spotted the Bandit's car behind me, and him and Frog must be around here somewhere because I see Frog's wedding dress in here. So I'm going to see if I can score an exclusive interview with both of them. All right, so I got Bandit and Frog here, and last time you went to Boston to get some clam chowder.
Right.
Now you're in Kentucky for burgoo. Are you on a mission from God, or did you make a bet with Big and Little Enos Burdette again?
I made a bet with them. They want to get some burgoo stew. So I got to get the burgoo stew and have it back in 28 hours.
Double or nothing?
Double or nothing.
Well, I see they friend you the money for a speedy car this time.
Yep. Got
Cool.
got Trigger back.
Awesome.
And I got Frog back.
Yeah. Now,
Nope.
I've got some pressing questions for you. I'm sure all my viewers want to know. So I'll start with Bandit. Have you ever seen a Broadway show chorus line?
No.
Do you like Elton John?
No.
Can you drive any forking thing around?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to turn the camera over to Miss Frog. Hey, Miss Frog.
Hello.
Do you know who Hazy Tips is?
No.
Richard Petty?
No.
Waylon Jennings?
No.
What about Ken Jennings? That's all right.
She's just hopping around.
Yeah. So, do you still model clothes for 8-year-olds?
No.
Well, you quit that day job, did you? And all the tabloid magazines want to know what happened with your relationship with the acid rock singer Robert Crumley.
Did not work out.
I heard you found him in the shower with a girl and her mother.
They keep it in the family.
Yes, they sure do. Well, how we doing on time, Bandit?
Oh, about 28 miles ahead of schedule.
Well, I know you all got a whole lot of boogieing to do, so thanks for your interview. Appreciate you. So, Miss Frog, I hear you have a Trans Am of your own.
I do.
What kind do you have?
A 93.
93? What color?
Red.
That one's a little straighter.
93 VA LT1 5.7. It was my first car when I was 16.
Awesome. I still got my first car, a black and gold 76 Trans Am.
Oh, there you go.
So, yeah. Good
Gotta
car to
keep
run
a-
blocker in, right?
Gotta keep a hold of it.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it.
All that money modeling clothes for 8-year-olds sure paid off, right? Boys, that is, right?
Yeah, 12 minutes.
Hey, thank y'all. Hello there.
That Bandit guy, he's sure slick. Maybe you should stick to chasing bank robbers.
Well, you know, bank robbers. Babysat a long time what this dude's doing. Almost killed 20 law officers. Driving through people's backyards, knocking down mailboxes. Got a broad in the car, took her across state lines. And I don't think he's got her permission.
I don't know if you could handle catching a guy like that.
I catch him.
You gonna catch
And
him?
when I do, I'm gonna hang him from the tallest tree.
Tallest tree? How tall?
Tallest in the country.
We have California redwoods?
If we make it to California. The hell is the world coming to?
I don't know.
All right.
Ready to go do some pond hopping?
Hello there.
Say, what's your line from the movie?
You can't afford me to say that. Hey, Sheriff. I'm not gonna do it now. Later.
What you spend decorating up this whole town?
$40.
$40.
Excuse me. I understand you're on a mission from God, but does your mission in God involve running blocker for 400 cases of illegal Coors beer with the Bandit?
Yeah, it probably does. That's who I'm going to talk to right now up here. We'll probably get into both cars and ride around here this afternoon.
God works in strange ways.
He does. Yes, he does.
Mysterious ways.
Yeah, serious ways. I'm so glad to be out here this afternoon at the Burgoo Fest, and hope everybody got to check us out in Millwood with the Bluegrass Blue Brothers band featuring Elvis. Check us out on Facebook. Bluegrass Blue Brothers on Facebook.
Glad to run into y'all again.
Glad to run into you. Thank you for the video.
So So on today's episode, I've got the El Cara models with me, and we're going to try some little challenge here. They're going to see if they can all fit in my little Lotus Elise that I've got with me.
Hi, I'm Layla and I like cars, so this is why I do this. Hi, I'm Becca, but I also go by Fred. My name is Catherine and I'm from Lexington, Kentucky.
And now it's up for the challenge time.
Alright, you and me are sitting in the seats, you're laying across us in a ball. Okay.
In a ball.
Kennedy, come here. Hey, come here. You gotta push in on the keyhole.
I don't think I can do it with my nails on. You have to use your knuckle.
There you go.
Oh, love it. Okay, hang on. Give us a second to... Okay, so you're gonna come in. Alright, now are we going on a ball? Put your butt on me. There we go. Ball.
Yay! They all made it. Wave.
Car looks good, but it looks better now.
Yeah.
At least it's got a good color.
Well, pals, there you have it. The 3 girls in one itty bitty car challenge. Special thanks to all the El Cara models for volunteering to do the challenge. And now for some background info on the interviewees that I've done thus far. We'll start with Katrina. Lovely lady, beautiful accent, and she's a very nice, down-to-earth person. What can I say? She's got a beautiful car, the Ironman Mustang GT. It has a really nice, expensive wrap on it that is Ironman themed, obviously. So here's a story of how I met Katrina. I was at Mustang Week 2021. It was the Myrtle Beach Mall off Kings Highway. It was late at night. It's kind of like a big block party going on, after party. The actual show for Mustang Week was held at the Convention Center in Myrtle Beach that year. Now, the subsequent years, it's been held actually at the mall. But anyway, so the after party's going on. There's people racing up and down Kings Highway in their Mustangs. There's people doing burnouts and stuff, and you know, people just hanging out, chilling and stuff in the parking lot. So I'm out there filming the cars. They're lit up with their neon lights and color changing lights. So I'm out there filming all the cool stuff, and I come across the Ironman GT. And so I'm starting to film it, and Katrina comes over, the owner of the car, and she starts telling me, you know, about it, and you know, all the kind of cool effect. And she's pulling out kind of like her phone with a flashlight, trying to show me, you know, the cool effect of the light, how it hits the foil on the wrap. It's kind of like a gold foil wraps. It's layered too, which is pretty cool. It adds depth and dimensions to it. And so I was like, you know what? Perfect opportunity to ask her to do an interview. She's, you know, started talking to me, and she's really passionate about her car. So yeah, she agrees, and I do the interview. Really cool person to talk to. I probably was the first one to do an interview with her. It was soon after I wrapped tape, interviewing her, that the cops came through, and they had their loudspeakers on. It was late at night. I think it was getting close to maybe 9 or 10 o'clock. I don't remember. And they wanted the crowd of Mustang people to disperse from the mall parking lot, the mall being closing for the day and stuff. So now to tell you a little bit more about Katrina herself, since I got to know her a little bit doing the interview, and I follow her on social media. She is from a country called Belarus, which borders Russia, hence the accent, and it's lovely. And like I said, she's a very nice, down-to-earth person. Great talking with her, great meeting her. You know, she's always posting pictures. She goes to car shows. She models. She's modeled for, I think, Rick's magazine, R-I-X. She's out of New York, New Jersey in the States, somewhere in that area. So not only does she do that, but she also travels a lot. She does a lot of racing, motorsports stuff, And the cool thing is, she's got her CDL. She drives a big rig. That's the other thing she does for a living. So it's really neat to see what all things transpire in her life. I'm filming this video right now during the SEMA 2023 trade show out in Las Vegas. I'm sure all the gearheads out there have heard of it. Last year, Katrina was at the SEMA show. And this year, she brought her Ironman GT Mustang. So as you're watching this video, if you're watching it when I filmed it, she'll be out there at SEMA 2023, so you can meet her. If not, if it's a little bit past that, maybe you can meet her next year. And if you want to follow Katrina yourself, you can check out the links down below in the description so you can keep up with her. And hey, maybe you can meet her at a car show up in New York, New Jersey, or meet her at the SEMA show. Now, diving into the Hawaiian Hillbilly Corvette, local legend, guy named Dwight. That car has been around quite a while in the Louisville, Kentucky area. I've seen it in the past at the big Carl Casper Custom Auto Show. So that was a big show that ran over 50 years in Louisville, Kentucky. But I remember seeing the Hawaiian Hillbilly Corvette back in the day at that show. I didn't know the owner then, but recently, through a lot of local car shows, I met him and got to talk with him, do an interview with him. Pretty interesting guy. I'm sure a lot of Corvette purists don't like him that much. Maybe think his car's an abomination, but hey, he doesn't care, and I get a kick out of it. It's not like it's a rare Corvette. It's just a garden variety Corvette, and he's stuck all these looks like yard sale items to the car. It's extremely tacky. It stands out like a sore thumb. It makes a statement. It's a conversation piece, and I love to see it go around town. And it's always neat to check it out from time to time because he always adds new stuff to it, a new emblem or a new tacky piece of decor to the car. So it just, the tackiness just grows and grows on that car. And now for the Imaggio. The Imaggio, I came across that at the Street Rod Nationals in Louisville, Kentucky, my hometown. It's a big, huge car show. So anyway, came across this car called the Imaggio. It stood out to me, and there's a lot of people looking at it. It attracted a lot of attention. It's actually, I think, the only year I'd seen it out there. I can't remember what year it was that I think it was maybe 2021 that I seen it. Off the top of my head, I'm not exactly for sure. But anyway, I had a talk with the owner, and the Imaggio is the definition of built, not bought. Totally built from scratch. I mean, there was parts sourced from various cars, and then they were maybe cut up, chopped up, and stuff. But it's just neat, the level of dedication to make your own car. I mean, it's not like, okay, I took a 69 Camaro and, you know, built it all myself. It's still a 69 Camaro. You know, I maybe did a lot of real personalized custom touches and did all the work myself. But this guy, he literally built his own branded car. That's just super cool to be able to build your own branded car. I don't know exactly how the car's titled. I don't know if he was able to get it titled as, hey, it's an Imaggio, or something with the drivetrain or whatever like that. But definitely one of the most built from scratch cars that I've come across. And it was great meeting the owner and getting the story on that cool scratch built Imaggio. Now the lady with the gremlin, I interviewed her at Cruising the Heartland. It's the annual car show out in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. So it's about an hour south of me in Louisville, Kentucky. And you know, I like gremlins. Never owned an AMC car, But you know, I love the movie. I like their quirkiness, and I mean, here's one of the gremlins right here. Anyway, I saw that gremlin. I was kind of new to interviewing, and I just decided, you know, I saw the owner, and I decided, you know, hey, good time to approach her about an interview, and she was more than willing to give me an interview, and it was quite comical, her story on the car, and the way she's described it and everything. So anyway, it was really cool meeting that lady and her gremlin, and she's had it for a long time, and I'm sure it'll be going down the road for a lot longer time. It's cool to see how those cars hold up that you think would be rusted out by now. But hey, some of them are still going down the road, and I have a sweet spot in my heart for AMCs. I like the Gremlins, I like the Rebel the Machines, and the AMXs a lot. So kudos to her for keeping the car alive. And now the guy with the Corvair with the engine in front. As most of you all know, Corvairs have an engine in the rear, and this guy decided to be different and think outside of the box with his Corvair. I met him at the Street Rod Nationals, Louisville, Kentucky. Same year I did the interview with the guy that owns the Imaggio, the scratch-built hot rod. So anyway, the Corvair, it's very souped up. Stood out because of the, you could see the scoop sticking out the hood of the car, which obviously they're rear-engine cars to begin with, so different there. And it was Ralph Nader, guy that wrote a book about the Corvair that killed the Corvair. He wrote a book called On Safe at Any Speed. So that's why the Corvairs were a thing for a while, and then they went away. But I guess this guy, you could say, has made the car safe by putting the engine in the front. So kudos to him for being different. And now getting Eastbound and Down, the Smokey and the Bandit tribute actors, as well as the Blues Brothers tribute actors. I see them around a lot because I am a Trans Am owner. I'm a big Trans Am Smokey and the Bandit enthusiast. You can see by the picture on my wall back here, this is my 76 Trans Am. And yeah, there's me in the picture. It was taken shortly after I got the car out of the restoration shop back in 2008. It's cool running into these people that keep the Smokey and the Bandit movie alive. They do an excellent job with the catchphrases and the lines that are said in the movie and dressing up the part. I mean, Sean Bailey, the guy that plays Sheriff Buford T. Justice, I mean, he does it to a T. And so does Tim Phillips, the guy that plays the Bandit. They're both very good at acting out the Smokey and the Bandit scenes. And they have a deal called Eastbound and Down, where you can hire them to be at your event, car show. And like I said, I catch them here and there at car shows. And actually, you can find them on Cameo.com if you want to have a shout out from them, or do like a birthday greeting to somebody. There's always that. But anyway, they reenact the scenes with the cars that usually at some of the bigger car shows. You know, the high-speed pursuits and stuff. They also have some other people dressed up alongside of them as well. There's usually a frog at the shows, and that's been played by different ladies. But lately, Mandy Smith has been doing it. Does a great job, and she's in the interview that I just showed you. So if you're a huge Smokey and the Bandit fan, I highly encourage you to look them up and attend one of their events. You won't regret it. You will love it. I mean, it is just, it's so awesome that they keep the memory of Burt Reynolds alive and the movie going for all the fans. And now the Blues Brothers, which I've shown you little clips of, they are based out of my hometown, Louisville, Kentucky, and they put on some musical acts. They did the Burgoo Festival lately. It's in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. They really look the part. They have the car, the old Dodge cop car. They show up at events as well, just like the Eastbound and Down crew, Tim Phillips, Sean Bailey. So You can also look up the Blues Brothers, tribute actors, and maybe you'll have them at your event, or maybe you can go attend one of their events and hear some good music. And lastly, the El Cara models of El Cara Photography. So the guy Elmer, he's a photographer, and he just shows up at a lot of car shows. Usually there's an announcement floating around on social media, but he shows up with all these pretty, lovely ladies. So you go to a lot of car shows in and around the Louisville, Kentucky area. It's a good chance you can meet the El Cara models and have them pose with your car as well. And it's always great to have a souvenir memento of your car with a lovely lady. Well, pals, that is a wrap for this episode. Thanks for checking me out. Thanks for watching me. And until next time, don't worry, be random.
And if you never want to miss another random car video,
remember, ring that bell. Ring that bell.